Hello, everyone. You're all cordially invited to attend the Queen's yearly banquet. Here today, the Courtisans game. This game is from Cats Up Games, but also Pandasaurus, and it's designed by Naomi Savalier. Actually, the illustrator. The designers are Romerick Galanero and Galanier and Anthony Perrone. And Naomi is the artist. It's pretty cool artwork. In the game, you get a bunch of cards that are called Courtier cards, and there is a total of 90 cards. The game plays 2 to 5 players. With 5 players, you're going to use the whole deck. With 4 players, you will remove 6 cards. With 3 players, you remove 18 cards. And with 2 players, you will remove 30 cards. So I've done that. The cards have this beautiful gold foil on them, which is really cool. And you get just a bunch of cards with different families. I'll see if I can find out what each family is. But you can see the families depicted here. They have different symbols on them. Let's double check actually if it says what each family is. It doesn't really specify, but I believe you got like toads and nightingales and rabbits, just different families. And then you got like the king in the middle with a spy next to him, with a spy symbol. That represents one of the cards. Also in the game, excuse me, you got 2 different sets of cards here that have goals. And each player is going to get one of these dealt to them at random. And the rest get put away. And goals like you have to have at least 4, you must own at least 4 guards, or own less butterflies than your neighbor. That means whichever suit is the butterfly. I guess it's this one. Is that butterfly? You must own less nightingales than your neighbor, etc., etc. And this one has similar goals. Must have at least 5 cards below the game mat. At least 2 families must be fallen from grace, etc., etc. And we'll put the rest of these aside. And they also have cards in French in this version. And you got this nice player mat. So what you're going to be doing, I'm going to move this up, maybe, is each player is going to get dealt 3 cards. And you're always going to get 3 cards that you're going to draw up at the start of each turn. You will be, I will just set aside, looking at your cards. You're going to be playing one, and you can do this in any order. You're going to be playing one in your domain. So maybe I play this one in my domain. It's upside down. You're going to play one into the middle here, into the court, I guess it is. Yeah, around the queen's table. And you can play it either above or below. Let's say I play this one above, based on the family. And then you have to give one to your opponent. And then they're going to do the same thing. And then, of course, you're going to draw back up to 3 cards as well. So my opponent's looking at this and he says, you know what, let's look at their goals again. Must own 3 nobles. And hares must be fallen from grace. So they want yellow to fall from grace. So they're going to play this one here. Maybe they play this one here. Or sorry, they keep this one for themselves. And then they're going to play this one on me. Now, you see some of the cards have different symbols on them. Let me explain them as best as I can. First of all, you have the nobles. And there's 4 per family, per color. So there's 4 in red, 4 in yellow. These they count as 2. So if I play this here, this is times 2 in the red. This one has times 2 in the yellow. Then we have the spies. The spies have this little mask on them, and there's 2 in each family, and spies have to be placed face down. So whether you play them to yourself, or your opponent, or to the middle here, you have to play them face down. When you play a spy to the table, you have to play it here in the middle, where the spy is, and you can put it above or below. Then there is the assassin, and there's 2 per family. And when you play this, you will kill one of the characters, one of the cards that are out there. So if I play this here, I can kill this and get rid of it. If I play this on top, I could kill one of these cards. If I play this to my opponent's hand, I can get rid of one of their cards and just discard it. Or I can play it in myself and get rid of one card from my hand that I don't want. You will note my opponent played an assassin on me, but I did not get rid of a card. And that is because of this other card that has this sealed on it. This card is the guard, this 3 per family, and they can never be eliminated. So if there was one of those here at the table, you can't kill it. So again, this one, a noble, counts as 2 in value. Everyone else counts as 1. The assassin can kill 1 card from your hand or wherever else, but it cannot kill the guards. They can't be killed. You're stuck with them. And then there is the spies, which get placed face down, either at the table or in somebody's domain. And when you put cards again at the table, you can put them on the top or the bottom. And I will explain what that does in a minute, but let me just have my turn. Maybe I play this one. What am I doing here again? Butterflies have to be fallen from grace. It is beautiful art because, well, this one's fish. This one's, is that the nightingale, perhaps? Bunny, frog. So butterflies have to be fallen from grace. You must own less toads than your neighbor. So these ones, I don't want to collect them, or at least I want to collect less than my opponent or my neighbor gets. So I will play this one face down here. I will play this one here, and I will give this to my opponent and get rid of his red card. And then I will draw back up, and my opponent's going to go. He's going to play, well, he's going to play this one, restore the one that I stole. He decides to, again, let's see, he wants Harris to be down, and he wants at least 3 nobles. So he's not too partial with what happens with this one, so he's going to stick this one here. He's going to give me this one, for better or worse. Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to put this one here, and he's going to give me this one and get rid of this assassin, because that's the only card he can get rid of from me. A little revenge. And then, I play 3 cards. You keep going back and forth until you go through the entire deck. So let me just deal out some cards here, and bear with me a second. Hopefully I'm not putting any spies on. Okay, this one should be here. I got to keep an eye out for spies and make sure I'm not doing them incorrectly. let me just see. We got any spies here? We do. So that one's going to be faced out. It's fine where it is. And I also have a spy. So you keep doing this, and I just want to get some more cards out on the table here on the mat so I can show you how everything works. It's a spy. More spies. Excuse me. We're not finding a whole lot of red cards. Okay, there we go. There's a red card. And, see, this one is here as well. Here, this one is here. All right, good enough. So then, excuse me, the way it works is all the cards that are on this side are kind of positive, and these ones are negative, if you will. If a family has more cards above than below, then it becomes esteemed, and you get 1 point for each of those that you have. If a family has more cards below it than above it, like this one, then it becomes, what was it called? Fallen from Grace. And you would get minus 1 point for each card of that family. And if a family has the same number above and below, they just become neutral and you get 0 points. But first and foremost, you're going to take all these cards that are here, the spies, and you're going to add them to the appropriate families. Ooh, 2 red spies. And so then you're going to look at what you have, and you're going to score points. Accordingly, you're going to turn your face down, spies face up as well. Important to note, when you have spies in your hand, you're not allowed to look at them. So you can't go back and say, what was that one again? So, green ones, they are neutral. They are 0 points. I'm just going to get rid of him. The yellow, we have 2, and we have 3. They're going to be negatives, so I'm going to get 1 and 2 is free, minus 3 points. The red ones are also negative, so I get minus 5. And then I get 1, and I get 1. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm at like minus, let's see, 3, 5. I'm at like minus 2 right now, but I do have these. And butterflies must be fallen from grace at court. They are not, so I don't get those 3 points. And you must own less toads than your left neighbor. And I would say, yes, I do, so I do get those 3 points. So, 3, 4, 5. I basically get 0 points right now. I am at 0, unfortunately. My opponent is going to look at his score and what he wanted to accomplish. And he's got this one. Okay, so let's see. This one's going to be a 0. This one's going to be a minus 1. This one's going to be a 0. 2 points. Actually, 3 points, because that's a times 2. This one's also 3 points, so that's 6. 7. And then 8, 9. He's got 9 points. And then he's got these. Hares must be fallen from grace. They're not, because they are tied. And you must own at least 3 nobles. They have 2, so they also did not get that. Nobles being these ones, they would need to have 3 to meet this objective. But either way, they still won. They still got more points in this little mini game. And yeah, it's an interesting little game. It's similar to another game called Biblios, or the version I have for the King and I, where you are trying to manipulate what's going to be positive or negative points, and your opponent's doing the same thing. You're trying to manipulate what you have in your hand or your opponent has in their hand. And there's cards that have special abilities. You have secret objectives. It's pretty cool. The cards have nice artwork with nice foil. You have just a smooth plastic coated finish. This mat is nice. It works well. Takes up a little bit of space, as you can see, but it's pretty cool. It's an interesting little concept. So that is that. That's Courtisans. I like it. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.